All right, you tech-savvy titans of Wall Street. Big Money Mike here, ready to dive deep into the silicon-soaked world of tech stocks. Buckle up, buttercups, 'cause this ride's about to get bumpier than a dial-up connection in the 90s. Welcome to the Market Mindset Podcast, where we're serving up the hottest tech stock tea hotter than an overclocked CPU. It's March 7th, 2025, and let me tell you, this year's been wilder than a cat in a room full of robot vacuum cleaners. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or should I say, the magnificent seven in the server room? Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Alphabet, and Tesla have been on a roller coaster that'd make Six Flags jealous. But here's the kicker. They're not all riding first class anymore. Nvidia, our AI darling, has been feeling the heat like a graphics card mining Bitcoin. They've taken a 7% nosedive since the start of the year. Turns out, there's a new kid on the block, a plucky little startup from China called DeepSeek. They've rolled out an AI chatbot that's got OpenAI sweating bullets and investors second-guessing their Nvidia love affair. Speaking of love affairs gone sour, Palantir Technologies has been dumped harder than a high school sweetheart at prom. Their shares took a 27% tumble from all-time highs faster than you can say government budget cuts. With 40% of their revenue coming from Uncle Sam, those cuts hit harder than a double shot of espresso on an empty stomach. But it's not all doom and gloom in Tech Town. Let me introduce you to the Cinderella story of 2025, Red Cat Holdings. This little-known company has skyrocketed by a mind-boggling 912% in the last 12 months. They're in the drone game, folks, and they're playing it better than a kid with a new PlayStation. And speaking of games, Quantum Computing Incorporated is playing 4D chess while the rest of us are still figuring out checkers. They've surged 747% in a year, proving that sometimes the geekiest kid in class ends up being the prom king after all. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the orange elephant in the White House. Trump's tariff tantrum has sent the market into a tizzy. The Dow's down more than 1,300 points in 2 days, making this ride bumpier than a New York taxi during pothole season. But here's the thing, my tech-loving troopers, volatility breeds opportunity. While the big boys are licking their wounds, companies like Super Microcomputer and TG Therapeutics are showing more growth than a teenager during a growth spurt. So what's the play here, folks? Well, as always, Big Money Mike's advice is simple. Do your homework, diversify like you're planting a garden, and remember, in tech, today's underdog could be tomorrow's top dog. That's all for today, my circuit board soldiers. Stay savvy, stay hungry, and may your portfolios always have more green than a vegan's fridge. Big Money Mike, signing off.